The most important video in my Project Gracie 2025 tutorial. How to beat Hate Me. It's not impossible, but very hard to do. It will come at a cost of a handful of losses in order to notch your first win. It's only impossible if you assume you can OTK me in your very first match. However, I can assure you one thing, I'm not the best player in Project Gracie. This game is relatively new and not many people have played it, or have played it to the extent that I have. I am looking for the best player in the game, and I will fight tooth and nail against that player. I already have Oscar de la Hoya's undefeated streak. In Call of Duty, that's a nuclear and one unstoppable medal, so I'm practically set for life. One loss will not hurt at all. I won't lose a minute of sleep over losing my first match. I honestly hate being undefeated and would absolutely love to lose to a strong opponent. Then again, every player I play against will be staring down the barrel of the one man who built the game from scratch. I will not go easy on any opponent from this point forward, now that my tutorial series is publicized. I expect all of my opponents to do the same. The only way you can disappoint me is by losing on purpose, so whoever you are that wants to battle me in an exhibition session of Project Gracie, please come at me with everything you have. Now for how to defeat me in Project Gracie. It is simple: outscore me in a contest or take a majority of rounds from me in a battlefield. Easier said than done, but pretty straightforward. Here's how exhibitions work. For the first 31 battles on my win-loss record, I've actually asked people who still played Minecraft Java if they wanted to playtest my game. Only if they said yes, did I follow up with invitations. So it was totally up to them if they wanted to play or not, and see how my game worked. Don't get me wrong, I am still searching for players to play against, wherever I can find them, regardless of skill level. For players who have skill in FPS games, or Minecraft archery, or if you've downloaded Project Gracie and put a bit of time into playing each game in single player. If you're feeling confident enough to take on the boss, leave a comment on my YouTube channel or direct message me on Discord. You can also message me on Steam. My handle on Discord is my YouTube and Steam names respectively. Either platform is fine with me. Now that you've boldly challenged me to a battle, I'm well within my rights to either accept or deny the challenge, depending on how busy I am, because almost every human outside of YouTube has a life to live. No offense, I know other YouTubers have lives and schedules as well. But YouTube is something I do for fun. I most likely will accept the challenge regardless of the caliber of opponent who challenges me. We will not plan the exhibition in 5 months, 5 weeks, or 5 days. I will fight you in 5 minutes. The exhibition will happen the same day you challenge me, unless I'm unable to accept due to IRL interferences, also known as life getting in my way. Join me in my server at any time if you see me online. The IP is in the description. Yes, I said my server because you challenged me to a battle. I have an active server with Apex hosting and I have an authentic copy of Project Gracie already running. The challenger always meets the host in the latter's server. Let's put it this way: if I challenge you to an exhibition match in Project Gracie, I would only do so knowing you have your own server with, hopefully, an authentic copy of Project Gracie running. Hopefully you would also have a substantial amount of experience playing Project Gracie under your belt. I would be subjected to wherever your server is located, the possible lag or substantial ping differences, and whatever possible changes you've made to the Project Gracie world files. Who knows, you might have intentionally rigged the game in your favor. To get this out of the way, the challenger always meets the host in their server. I used to have an older brother who annoyed the hell out of me with demands to 1v1 me in games that only he is good at, and never played games that I was good at. Every match against my brother was a rigged, one-sided contest. I can promise you Project Gracie isn't rigged, and I won't demand that people play against me against their will. I value the fun aspect and integrity of the game, and as I said earlier, my first 31 battles were from opponents who were invited and willingly consented to playtesting Project Gracie. It was not competitive. That's not to say that none of my matches in the future will be competitive, they certainly will be. I anticipate people who follow up with this project, who watch the tutorial videos, to have the desire to battle it out with me and other competitive people. All in the name of good fun, because having fun is the only true rule of the game. One more thing to mention, I totally expect people who download Project Gracie, to attempt to beat not my worst scores, not my average scores, but my best scores in one, multiple, or every contest game on the left side of the minigame room while in single player. That's a creditable accomplishment for you, but no grounds to demand that I put an automatic red mark on my undefeated streak saying lose in bold, all capital letters. You have to carry that momentum into a multiplayer server that we're both present in, because outside of an exhibition session, it's nothing more than your personal best, on your own time, at your own leisure. I practice in Project Gracie almost every day, so I know the difference between practice alone in single player and performance against other players in multiplayer. With all that said, if you've watched all of the tutorial videos in the series and you want to have a competitive exhibition match, please feel free to challenge me to a battle. You'll make me so happy and totally make my day. Thanks for listening to this video. Hate me.